Hello and welcome to the Skaredcast Battle Report. Today, Necromunda. We go deep into the Hive as the Orlock Gang faces the Palanite Enforcers. Let's begin.
The Dark King.
Hello and welcome to another battle report. Today we go deep into the Necromunda Hive. It's going to be a very cool narrative battle report, so let's take a look at the gangs and take a look at the mission and follow the story. And here we have the Palanite Enforcers. They're technically a gang because they're the police. Okay, let's go over each of them in turn. Leading the gang, we have Cap. That's it. That's what they call him, Cap. He's got a Vigilance Assault Shield, a pistol, and a shock stave, and he's known for cracking heads. Now, his special ability is threat response, so if an enemy ganger charges one of his friendly gangers and he's standing inactive, he can countercharge and hit them before his friends get hit, so he's definitely versed in Palanite drill. Next, we have one of his sergeants, Lawman, with his bolter. He has trick shot, which means he's very good at hitting things with his bolter. The second sergeant of the gang is Deadshot. Deadshot runs around with his sniper rifle that he very kindly calls the Missus, because she will see through everything. Next we have Palanite Patrolman Dodger with his Enforcement Shotgun. Next we have Palanite Enforcement Trooper 1, or Peg 1, with a little pistol. Two pistols, actually. Then we have Boomer, which is a subjugated trooper with a grenade launcher. He's been upgraded to have stun grenades on his grenade launcher. And lastly, Concrete, who is another subjugator patrolman with a vigilant shield and a shock stave. And there you have it, Palanite Enforcement Group, or PEG.
Don Tony Filoni says, welcome to the family. This is the Orlock Gang. There's 8 members to start, and we're going to go through them. All right, this is Don Tony Filoni, my road captain. He's the leader of the crew. He's coming into battle with a chainsword and a plasma pistol. His skills are True Grit, and his legendary name for Orlock is Lucky. Next up, we have one of his made men, Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat, with his heavy stubber and suspensor, so he'll be able to get around. His skills are Steady Hands, which gives him a free reload if he's out of ammo during his activation, and Iron Stare is his legendary name. This is Big Charlie, another made man, my champion. He has a combat shotgun, rocking both salvo and shredder rounds. His skill is Shotgun Savant, which is an Orlock unique skill, and his legendary name is One Punch. Here we have both my gangers. On the left, we have Antonio Boltgun with his bolt gun. On the right, we have Vinny, because everyone's got a cousin Vinny. They're just with the weapons you see with them and a bit of mesh armor. My specialist with his 2 auto pistols, Twins Mackenzie, also just wearing mesh armor. Last but not least, the goons, as I call them, or the juves of the gang. We have No Face Francis on the right and Jimmy the Wrench on the left. They're both just with stub guns and flak armor.
Today we are playing a border dispute, page 204 of the main Necromunda core rulebook. Thank you, Games Workshop, for sending me this awesome rulebook so I could actually play these games. But there you have it. It's basically going to be one randomly determined ganger versus another in the middle of the board, and we'll see how it devolves from there. In this scenario, each gang is seeking to secure their turf and drive off the other gang, and the best way to do that is to defile the other gang's relic. So D3 plus 3 gangers will show up. So first for the Enforcers, they will have 6 gangers show up. So I've got Concrete, I've got Captain, I've got Dodger, I've got Deadshot, I've got Lawman, I've got Boomer, and then of course Peg Trooper has decided to not show up for this. He might show up later.
So I'll be getting 5. Tony has the Lucky skill, which is an Orlock-specific legendary name. He has to stay in reserves in games that have reinforcements, so he can't be joining me right off the bat. All right, we did get some heavy hitters and also a few juves coming in, but we got Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat right up the front, both my champions with Big Charlie, one of the goons. That one's Jimmy the Wrench. We got Twins Mackenzie with both his auto guns, his auto pistols, and then just Cousin Vinny with his auto gun.
There is a border dispute. 2 of the gangers have been sent up to negotiate on the bridge. We've got Cap, who was selected randomly to negotiate, and we have Big Charlie was sent up as well. and they're both just hanging out until all hell breaks loose. So I've put a concrete on the flank. I've got lawman over here. Deadshot is trying to get some nice Overwatch areas. I've got Boomer, and I've got Dodger on the flanks with the patrolman in reserve.
All right, up top, caught in negotiations, Big Charlie with the leader. It's going to be quite the firefight, but he's got a bit of support underneath. He's got Twins McKenzie nearby with his auto guns, some fire support in the form of Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat on the firing platform. Just below him, we got a friendly little Juve kind of tucked away behind some crates. Last but not least, Vinny with his auto gun. All right, so this is where I'm placing my relic.
And my relic is an ancient, it's the burial place of some fancy person that paid us to post-mortem protect their land. As the Enforcers seize the initiative, Cap notices that something is awry and this is a trap. So he decides to spring into action, declaring a charge into the Orlock champion. He's got 3 attacks with his shock stave, hitting on 3s with shock, and then wounds on 3s with a strength of 4, which will lead to 1 save. That will go through. He follows up with his shock shield, which will hit, and this is just regular strength, and it does wound. And that also goes through, which will take 2 wounds off of the fighter. This leads to an injury roll, which will be a serious injury.
So for my first activation, seeing Big Charlie go down, Ricky's going to open fire on the leader. He has a nice big shield, but the heavy stubber will lace in some fire.
So he gets ready to shoot and misses with the stubber.
Hearing over the radio that action has happened, Concrete springs into action, and he's going to double move 1, 2, and get himself down the road as he goes.
So Vinny has an auto gun. He sees a little bit of a shot at the Palanite. It's a tough shot. He's going to need 6s, but he's going to move up and shoot. Vinny is shooting at the Palanite on the bridge with his auto gun, needing 6s.
That is a miss. Boomer's going to move up and then shoot through the door at the ganger that is that has shown off his position. Needing a 5 to hit with a fragmentation grenade. That is a hit. It does force an ammo check as well, and the grenade launcher runs out of ammo. That does not wound. We'll go pin.
Jimmy DeWrench over here, he's just going to move over here and do a double move all the way around. Take a little bit of cover behind some barrels.
Dodger is now going to double move as he flies up the field, getting some cover behind a statuary.
So I'm activating a Big Charlie. He's seriously injured, so the only thing he can do is crawl half of his movement.
Help, I'm bleeding.
Help me, guys.
They got me good, boss. Lawman's gonna double move into the corner over here, making sure he's nice and safe, but also ready to jump up and try not to get murdered. As he moves up in the cathedral.
My last activation for the round, Twins McKenzie. Just going to do a quick double move going around his road relic and behind this pillar here. Take more cover.
And my last activation of the round is Deadshot, who's going to move and start climbing, and then continue to climb, and then continue to move up into position around here as well, getting into a better shot. End of the first round recap. So Cap decided to take the initiative to beat up on the Orlock Ganger.
Just came out of nowhere. Just started a firefight. They were breaking down negotiations, and look what happened.
This is our turf, Ganger.
We're coming for it. We're coming for it. All right, this is Big Charlie's injury roll for recovery.
Oh no.
Out of action.
Reinforcements have all shown up. So the Peg Trooper showed up over here, and Tony and his rookie have shown up very close to the Palanite relic. Rolling for initiative for the turn. Palanites hold on to the initiative. Taking the initiative, we have Boomer Dodger, who's going to just move up to the edge to prevent himself from getting shot by a stubber, and he's going to spray with his shotgun. Shot, that will be 1 hit. That is only strength 2, and it does not wound, but it does pin him.
All right, we're activating Vinny. He's going to stand up, and since he just saw a frag grenade come through the window at him, he's going to turn and shoot, needing 4s. That's an ammo check. He needs a 4-up on his autogun. Nope.
Okay, so Boomer's just going to hide from the heavy stubber, and he is going to reload, needing a 6 on the reload. That is a 4.
So next up, I'm going to activate Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat again. He's going to aim and shoot once more now that that leader's still on the bridge. 4s. So that'll be 2 hits and an ammo check. Ammo's okay. Needing 3s for 1 wound.
And it's a 4-up save. Oh, he will take a wound. He has to take an initiative roll, and he passes it with flying colors. Over here, Captain's going to stand up. Because that's all he can do? No, he can move. So he's going to move this way and just get ready to hop on down, clamber down from the bridge as fast as he can. Oh, next turn. If I win initiative. If not, he's probably just going to get pinned again.
So next up, we're going to activate Jimmy the Wrench. He's just going to stand up, turn back at the shotgunner that looked at him funny, and shoot his stub gun. My Juve needs a 4 to hit. 1 hit. Let's see if it wounds. No.
The little trooper is going to double move and get himself into position to go and protect the gang relic.
All right, in the back corner, we're going to group activate Tony, telling his no-face Francis what to do. He's immediately going to move through the crates down here and position himself to try and start maybe getting at that relic. And then the leader himself, Tony, is just going to move up using some nice cover that the Emperor provides from some sniper fire.
Okay, Concrete sees his opportunity. He's going to double move, get himself behind this wall here to prevent from getting shot. Just inching ever so closer to the enemy relic. And then the Orlock Gang does something crazy.
Twins Mackenzie's going to activate. We're going to use one of my tactics cards that I drew, Double Time. I get to play this card when activating a fighter, and it gives him a free move action. So he's going to climb as an action and as free action to try and shoot the leader on the bridge.
Fantastic. I'll allow it.
5s. Miss and an ammo check for his first auto pistol, needing a 4. He's okay. Next auto pistol, needing 5s. Nope, and another ammo check, needing 4s. He's good on ammo.
Lawman's time to activate. He's just going to climb up to this little spot over here, like this, and face the right way. And then going to take a pot shot with his trick shot bolter into a stubber. Rat-a-tat. I have to take a willpower check. I need a 7+ on both dice. And I fail, which means that he's not allowed to shoot him, which means he does have to replace his shot, and he will instead be shooting at Twin Guns Blazing. 4s to hit, and he does not hit. And then the last Enforcer activation will be Deadshot, who's going to be using a card. Boom! Loose cannon, allowing him to use the shooting as a simple action. And he's going to try and fire at Twins Mackenzie, who is on top of that giant tower.
You can do it, Mackenzie. You can do it.
It's a heavy cover, but I'm a sniper rifle, so which is one says missed. Okay. And then the second shot hits, but he runs out of ammo. What? Forcing an ammo check, which is passed. Oh, that's a 4, which that's a wound at -1. And that is a serious injury. He falls down.
A strength 5 automatic hit from hitting the ground. It's AP -1 and 1 damage. So will it wound him? It will not wound him.
And that is the end of the round, Rob.
Lots of stuff going on.
Lots of stuff going on all over the place. There's ammo running out everywhere, and there's just things happening everywhere. This is 2 seriously injured fighters, a 1 out of action, 1 seriously injured, which with the addition of the reinforcements, there are no bottle checks to be made, as the Orlock Gang is definitely in the fight, and they definitely have a decent amount of fighters left. We do have an injury roll to make on the ganger that is on the ground bleeding.
Recovery roll for Twins Mackenzie.
He
Turns
flips
face
over with a flesh wound. Initiative roll for the 3rd game round. Oh my goodness, the Palanites hold on to the initiative by the skin of their teeth. Seizing the initiative, Cap once again decides to climb. He wants to make sure he's not easy targets and easy pickings up on the top. He is now feeling a lot safer on the ground.
This is Jimmy the Wrench, and he's moving.
A 6-inch move because he's Juve. He's going to move.
He's going to tuck over here so the Overwatch can't see me.
Come on.
No, and then he's going to open fire with his pistol now that it's in short range. He needs 4s now.
He hits.
1 hit.
Very nice.
Let's see if he wins.
That does pin Cap. Does not wound him though.
Lawman's going to activate next, and he's going to try and reload / potentially shoot his bolter.
He does not. Attempting to reload his bolter. He does. Activating Rat-a-tat into Lawman.
On 3s. Miss. And an ammo check. He's out of ammo.
Dodger is getting up. He's getting ready to shoot with his shotgun.
5s to hit. Oh, he hits 3 times with this salvo shotgun. 3s to wound with the shotgun. That would be 2 saves on 6s. So 4 damage rolls. So he is out of action. So he is also sent to the doctor.
All right, so I activated Vinny. He'd used his first action and reloaded successfully. So he's got his auto gun back in action. And he's going to take a move and get into some heavy cover over here.
Time to activate Boomer. He's going to try and reload that grenade launcher of his.
All right, next up, we're activating Antonio Bolt Gun. He's got to bring up the rear, so he's got to move. He's only going to move a little bit at first to avoid the sight lines from some overwatching sniper, then take a quick mad dash over to the cover.
Concrete continues his steady advance. He's going to double move. He's going to move here, just to stay nice in cover and just really make sure that it's not easy to take him down as he gets closer and closer to the enemy relic.
Next up is No Face Francis. He's going to turn around, come move around the corner where he can just get a quick peek at our Palanite friend here and then take a shot. So he needs a 4-up with his stub gun. And that's a hit, but also ammo. 1 wound.
That wounds. A 5-up save. Oh, he's
good.
okay, but he's pinned.
He's going to stand up. And take his double shots with his 2 stub pistols at you, sir.
So he's going to shoot. He needs 5s to hit with all the modifiers. Does not hit with his first one. And then the second stub pistol does not hit either.
All right, after his tumble, Twins Mackenzie's feeling a little bit better. He's take his first action to stand up, and his second action, he's just going to turn and move right over up into the relic, so he can't get within an inch of it.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to activate Deadshot. He's going to move, and he's going to try jump over this little ledge over here.
And he doesn't. He falls down. And does he get wounded? He does not.
And he's got a second activation, so he's just going to stand up and rue the day that he tried to... he's just going to have to go and climb.
All right, last but not least in the turn order, we have Don Tony Filoni with his plasma gun. He's going to just move up to this wall an inch and then climb up and then look right down the building sights to see a bolt gunner who needs force. We are not overcharging. That's a hit. So I believe I need 3s. Nothing.
That's not a wound, but I am pinned.
Actually, I'm going to use
Lucky.
my 1 lucky feat to just make it a 6 before he dies.
Oh, boo. A 6-up save with layered flak. He's good.
Ah.
End of the 3rd battle round. There is fighting and action happening all over this part of the Underhive. I hope you're having a fun time watching. Leave a comment down below if you like the format of the video. We're having a ton of fun creating this story. So I hope you're having a fun time watching it as well. So the Orlock Gangers do have to test to bottle as they have suffered some injuries fighting the cops.
All right, so on a 5 or 6, I will bottle. It's a 1.
They do not. We've readied up our fighters for the next round. And the cops
Palanites, take it again.
continue to hold the initiative.
Keep beating the Orlocks while they're down.
Yeah, this was their plan all along, at least right now.
Okay, it's time to activate Lawman. He's just going to move and shoot. So he's going to move up to there.
He needs 4s to hit. Acquire an ammo check. And he runs out of ammo. Does he wound? It does wound.
A 5-up from his mesh armor.
3 damage as he gets knocked back into the wall. And he takes a serious injury and 2 flesh wounds.
All right, we're going to activate No Face Francis again. He's going to reload his plentiful weapon, which happens automatically, then take a shot. Miss.
Because of that, I'm going to activate my Palanite Trooper, and he's going to shoot, but this time he will aim.
Needing 4s. That is 1 hit. Second pistol. That is a miss. And will not wound.
Next up, here comes Tony again. A quick action this time, not waiting all the way to the end. He'll take a nice little climb, right back down, and then he'll be able to just move a quick inch to get a shot at a Palanite Enforcer. A 5 to hit on his BS of 3 up. Miss and an ammo check. We'll see what that does. He needs a 6. And he's out of ammo.
I'm going to activate Concrete, and he's definitely going to try and charge you. However, he is charging out of line of sight, which means he'll suffer -1 to hit in the ensuing combat as well. Some rolling, so we'll do the shield first, needing 5s. It does hit, and does it wound? It does not wound. Shock stave, so 2 shock stave attacks, and both very much miss.
I'm going to allocate both of his attacks to 1 auto pistol each. He needs 4s. So that's 2 hits on the first one. And just 2 hits. It is strength 3, so I need 4s. Nothing. I'm going to activate Twins Mackenzie raid back, and why not? He needs 4s. Nothing on the first one.
Okay.
And 1 hit. Nothing. Yep.
That does not hit. 1 shock stave. That hits, and it wounds.
Nope.
And that is a seriously injured. I am going to activate Deadshot. He's just going to move here, and then he's going to climb up this ladder. Get himself into position.
I'm going to activate Antonio Boltgun now that our friend Twins Mackenzie is injured and behind some cover and prone, and open fire on the shield. I need 3s with my ganger. That is 3 hits.
Oh.
I need 3s. That is 2 wounds at AP -1.
5 ups. Lucky low stick case. 4 up. He's okay. Okay, Boomer's going to try and reload. Let's see. Come on, reload. You got stuff to do, buddy.
It's Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat. He has steady hands, which
He
is
can actually see my sniper now.
yeah.
Oh no, let's see how this goes.
It's a free reload. He needs a 4 up. One more time. He needs 5s to hit from that distance. 3s to wound. 1 wound.
A save. I'm okay. Oh, initiative test for the railing. He's fine with the railing. Your activation.
All right, and now just after missing with the bolt or failing with the bolt gun and running away in fear from the iron stair, my guy's gonna crawl away in fear. 2.5 inches away.
Okay, Captain's gonna stand up and he's just gonna move over to this side, ready to making sure his arc for his shield is saving him from Bolter and from Stubber. End of battle round number 4, or turn series number 4. So with 2 more seriously injured fighters, the Orlocks are really teetering on the brink of bottling, which then means that some of their fighters might turn and run and flee from the battlefield.
Bottle on a 3+ because now there are 2 seriously injured fighters and 2 out of action. And they bottle.
Tony. And
He's fine.
okay. He's okay.
Sticks around. Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat up top. He's okay on
as
a
well.
7. Twins Mackenzie also needs a 7. He runs. Antonio Boltgun, who also needs a 7.
Vinny, who's seriously injured, that's another flesh wound.
And that'll take him out of action.
Oh, because you already had 2.
Yes.
So he does bleed out. And there you have it. So with that, we're going to start our 5th round of battle. Okay, initiative roll. A priority once again. Oh my goodness gracious. The Enforcers just not letting up against the Orlock Gang. I said I was going to do it in my last turn. Okay, this is Peg Trooper is going to charge into your rookie. Do any attacks? You just take an initiative test, and if you fail it, you are magnacled.
3 up initiative.
He is magnacled. That means that the rookie's going to reactionary attack. Cannot use his pistol, however, and he's at -2 to hit as he's in shackles.
Nope.
And he misses.
All right, next up, we're activating Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat. He's got a nice little sight line there against the enemy leader. He needs 4s because he aims with the cover that's in the way. 2 hits with 1 ammo check on a 4 up, which he fails. Needing 3s, nothing.
I'm going to activate Lawman. This time he will aim and shoot. It's a willpower test to shoot, and he does pass this time. Rat-a-tat, he needs not that, so he misses. And then we're going to activate...
No face Francis. He's going to fight back with his manacles. He missed.
Okay, so my guy gets to fight back at you. Just
Yep.
1 attack back. And he misses as well. Activating Boomer. He's just going to move up and shoot with his stub pistol. A 5+ with the light cover. And he misses.
All right, next up, we're activating Tony. He's out of bullets with his plasma pistol, but he still has a stub pistol and a chainsword. So he's going to try and make this charge. 2s.
So we have a save from the chainsword. Oh, that is a fail. Blap.
Yeah, 1
Chainsword,
damage.
which gives him a flesh wound. Pistol time.
Hitting on 3s. 1 wound.
Nice. And 1 more save. Nope, it also goes through. Taking him,
Take him
out of action. Okay, Concrete's just going to stand up here, and he's just going to shoot his stub pistol, needing a 5 or 6. Nope, and that is an ammo check. And he runs out of ammo.
All right, I'll be activating my last activation. Ganger Antonio Boltgun's just going to open fire.
Okay, Deadshot standing up from getting pinned, and he will return fire against Rat-a-tat-tat. Willpower check. He pauses it with flying colors. Oh! It's a 5 to hit him. And that is a miss. Okay, I do have one more activation. So I stand up, and then he's just going to move and hide behind this wall, because that's what Cap does. Doesn't want to get blasted. And I do have Shotgun Dodger. Okay, Dodger lost activation. He's going to move up with his shotgun and try for a shot. Willpower checking as the Iron Stare. Oh, he passes with flying colors again. Salvo shot says missed. And that is the end of the 5th action phase. Okay, so now we're going to go into the end. I do not need to bottle yet. However, we do have some cool checks for the Orlock Gangers, and no seriously injured fighters either.
Tony, he needs a 5. He's okay. No face Francis, he needs an 8. He will run away with his manacles. Antonio Boltgun, he will stick around. And Ricky Rat-a-tat-tat needs a 6. And he'll stay.
Okay, so this is how this works. We're going to roll for initiative for the 6th turn.
All right, let's go.
Okay, rolled high again. Oh, and this time.
Yeah, even with the initiative, though, I think Tony sees the writing on the wall, and we're going to bail out now and voluntarily flee the battlefield after bottling.
Okay, so as the action phase begins, the Orlock have decided to leave the battlefield and lick their wounds. And with that, the Palanites have been successful. They will reap the rewards of the post-game. Well, that's the end of the game. So at the end of the game, at the border dispute, I will get the reward. So D6 times 10 credits will be added to my stash. So 30 credits, and then a variety of experience that will go to everybody in our gangs for taking folks out of action, as well as playing the battle. And that is Game Rub. Oh, man, what a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Necromunda is wild.
It's always a great time. You never know what can happen, and there's so many shenanigans that can take place. It's always fun.
It's crazy. At first, the Border Dispute is one of the most nerve-wracking games, because you have a random ganger that starts in the middle of the board, and it happened to be my captain, who's a very important part of my crew, and your best fighter.
One of my best champions with his shotgun, yeah.
And then winning the initiative, I was able to just go in there, took him right out of the fight, and then you had to kind of play with the other not so good fighters that you have.
Oh yeah, but you can always crawl back in Necromunda. You can do it with 2 or 3 gangers, but this one here, we were awful close with the relic, so I decided to turn her in. And yeah,
in a campaign, right? Yeah. You would definitely, especially if things are starting to look bleak. Yes. You had sent 2 of your 4 into the hospital.
Right away, you sent 2 guys right to see the doctor. If I don't pay for that, they're just dead. They die on the operating table. So, and they weren't really worth it, the guys who went out. So if this was a campaign, I would just let them go. And at that point, I would have probably cut my losses right there and tried running away. Right. But we were having a nice fun skirmish, doing lots of fun stuff.
This was a one-off game using starter gangs that were just 1,000 credits. It's kind of like what you would expect if you started a campaign in the first couple of games, right? Yes. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild. Mm-hmm. It was a really fun couple hours where we were just rolling dice and making a cool story for all of you. Now, if you like Rob and I to play a full-on campaign, so let us know with a comment down below. If this video gets some traction and you share it with your Necromunda friends, I think we would be okay doing a campaign where we'd actually 100%. Show you gang creation, start it from scratch, do full scenarios. Rob here is our arbiter for at the Tabletop Forge. He's running. The first season we had 4 or 5 people playing. Now we have 8 to 10 people per campaign, and it gets wild. It's really fun.
So much fun, guys. And the best part is, I believe in Necromunda is the table.
Tables are great. Something like that works really, really nicely. I set that one up, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, you're definitely playing in the dense underhive. There's lots of elevation. Definitely very different from 10th edition 40K.
Well, huge shout out to you. Thanks for coming down,
Oh,
Rob.
thank
Really
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, it's awkward left-handed
Left-handed
handshake.
handshake.
The cops have taken and now policing this area of the hive.
I'll have
and
my
gained
revenge.
all the reputation in the world because we can't get credits for any territories whatsoever.
Tony will get his revenge. Tony will get his revenge.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment down below. More Munda, we say. More Munda. Bye, everybody. The Palanite kin. Okay, bye, everyone.